Here we are, folks. Game 2 of Victoria's Secret versus Creative Title. VS leading the count 1-0 right now in this best of 2, looking to keep their undefeated record. Going to be putting a lot of pressure onto VK and TWC if they are able to get stay on top of the standings. Now, a CT wanting to pick up a win of themselves. Also, it would be nice to dethrone VS. But looks like there is going to be some early shenanigans coming out from VS right now. They are spreading out quite a bit on this mid lane, wanting Rock Eater to overextend right now. Valorant does have grasping roots available. Amumu might not be able to start with Tears, but if a bandage toss does come out, that might force at least a flash coming out from Rock Eater. Some cheesy level 1 strats coming out from VS, but it looks like they're not going to get anything for their trouble right now. Shady does spot them out with the ward. Nice harass coming from Rock Eater, but they do clear that out thanks to the early sweeper coming out from Planeswalker. Now, I really like this early sweeper from Planeswalker. I don't see junglers do this too often, but it does help get that early control from those first trinkets. Now Rambo and Valorant just helping out the sad mummy with his crump. Meanwhile, Shady is actually going to start at the crump of his own up in the top lane, and it's going to be a lane swap. Nice way for CT to kind of punish this Nasus. Now, unfortunately, they didn't put Zerathi to follow his jungler. Now, the lane swap was nice, but the execution a little bit subpar. Also, the fact that CT is pushing that top lane, and if they shove that wave under turret, it is going to spell a disaster, considering the fact that Waffle is going to gain the experience. Same with bot lane. Rambo is not really freezing that lane to the best of his ability, and both lanes are just going to push under tower. But Waffle under a lot of pressure here. Again, will gain all that XP. Might not be able to farm his Q, but XP at this point is top laner's best friend. Now, as I say this, there are two ways to do lane swaps. There is the fast push, or there is the freeze lane for denial. Meanwhile, Looney Tune just going onto Rock Eater. Free damage happening onto him. Will probably have to be forced to back now. It looks like Rambo and Don't Know are just both going to fast push this lane, seeing as the freeze kind of failed. Now, Trinket no Trinket coming out from Don't Know. A little bit of a mistake there. I would say it would be nerve showing, but it might just be forgetfulness. They're still trying to harass down Waffle out here, and unfortunately for him, Zerathi was able to pick up more farm under turret than Nasus. A little bit of a disappointment there, seeing as really Nasus should be able to farm quite well under lane. Depending on how long this 2-for-1 goes, I would like to see him level up a Spirit Fire first, but Planeswalker comes into Rock Eater. Nice bandage toss. Looney Tune likes his favorite. Will go in onto that. Drops the ignite, but Rock Eater should be alright, and he is. Meanwhile, Zerathi doubling his top laner counterpart. Now, Rock Eater, this is the mistakes that I'm saying that CT made. They stay too long, and that's going to be a first blood for Looney Tune. I understand Rock Eater's thought process, not wanting to miss out on that early XP, but it is not worth his life. Waffle Waffle will drop down the Wither, but he is low on health and mana, and he might just pull a Rock Eater's mistake there if he decides to stay. Tower dive could easily come, considering the fact that Shady is making his way up there slowly. Actually, we'll just push out. But meanwhile, the tower dive coming out for Zerathi. Tower was already low, will not provide him. Flash coming out from Planeswalker, forcing Zerathi to flash out as well. It is going to just be an easily bad shot. She didn't go under tower. The pathing of Zerathi a little bit questionable, and Planeswalker will easily pick up the kill for himself. Zerathi had a clear path to under his tower. Even if Planeswalker were to bandage toss him, he would probably be able to pick up the kill. Meanwhile, CT does answer for a top tower of their own, but with the jungler down in bot lane and Shady showing himself top, it is going to be a dragon for VS. And despite the lane swap pulled by CT, VS coming out ahead, leagues ahead of that lane swap. Meanwhile, Waffle Waffle just needs to let this go. It's not worth his life. He can easily freeze the lane there, call up Planeswalker with the overextension. Now I should see the lanes swap back to normal. They really should send Zerathi up there, back up there, and the bot lane down. Now, thanks to that lane swap, though, Rambo is down significantly in farm. But team-orientedly and global gold-wise, VS comes out on top there. Rambo can easily catch it back up in farm. And there it is. They are going to send that top, well, their duo lane top, as the lanes will equalize there. Planeswalker will stop Zerathi's push, pick up that huge wave down bot lane, saving their turret. I'm surprised that Shady has been so quiet on this Jarvan. Not really pressuring the map, no real ganks coming out from him. But it is just going to be a 2v2 in the top lane. I can't really fault this for I can't really fault them for this rotation. Words and things are difficult, guys. My apologies. But it looks like, meanwhile, Looney Tune has picked up that Cutlass. Now, Grasping Through, so actually we'll go on to be right back, chunking him quite a bit. Valorant wanting to chase that down. Plants doing all the work, though, for him. Meanwhile, the duel of the top laners have transferred down in the bot lane. Waffle Waffle has done a great job catching back in farm on Zerathi. Nice Glacial Shroud able to be picked up for Waffle Waffle. So all in all, the laning phase has highly favored VS right now. That's something that CT should have won. Just with how their lanes were doing. But there it is. Planeswalker will pop that Curse of the Sad Mummy. A Valkyrie forced out of Don't Know, as well as a Flash. Be right back under considerable heavy fire, but they're just not able to finish it. Planeswalker taking one too many tower shots, and Rambo just not in range to finish, but they do force them out. Will be able to put some damage onto this tower. Shady is going to try to see if he can save this. Valorant and Shady both dropping low. Bouncing Blades will chunk it out. Meanwhile, at the bot lane, Megadar will try to trade with Waffle Waffle. Don't Know, trying to see if they can get the big, and the big one will net him the kill. Valorant again staying too long. Meanwhile, Zerathi, big Gnar ulti into wall as Waffle Waffle gets stunned out, but he is Mega Gnar no more, as Zerathi will chase this down and will pick up the kill. A little bit of bad timing coming out from Zerathi there, not timing his Mega Gnar, pays for it with his life. Meanwhile, not Valorant, mind you, Be Right Back. Sorry, Valorant did play Lulu last game. Looney Tune will go on to Be Right Back right now. Deathmark will pop, but he does have Shady and Rock Eater there. A Rock Eater will get the answer killed, but it's just going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Mid laner for support, not really worth. All the while, Rambo is just going to pick away at this top turret, will net his team, their second tower of the game. We'll finish that up and back off. Now, Dragon is spawning in a minute 30, and no vision for either team is on it. Want to really see which team rotates there first to plant their vision on there. Waffle liking his chances now. Not really scared of Zerathi so much as he is caught up in farm. Both top laners pretty even right now. Waffle again going for that dual CD reduction. Sitting on 20%. Will be able to farm up his Q. Seeing as he was denied quite early in the game. Waffle not really wanting to go into there. Dice again coming up from Shady. Waffle forced to flash out. Polymorph come for Be Right Back. Pops the ulti and will be able to walk out of that. Rock Eater rolling or rotating down to see if he could get the Mega Bomb down there, but TP will be cancelled. Seeing as the turret does fall. Planeswalker finds Zerathi out, even though Mega Gnar is still doing a ton of damage. Valorant is caught out. Nice grasping roots will try to stop, but he falls regardless. Stranged Thorns will knock up 3 members, but not doing too much. Can Looney Tune and Rambo finish? Blinking 3 members of ZT blinking red. Planeswalker will actually catch out Zerathi as his team was already backing. Poor positioning from Zerathi. This will result in a T1 turret. Planeswalker will actually flash under tower. Double kill for Looney Tune right now as Planeswalker will get satcheled back, taking tons of damage. Rock Eater will pick up a kill, but Deathmark will go on to... Oh, it was Corky. But Rock Eater coming out bigger for his team there. 2-for-1 trade. A little bit of impatience for VS, but all in all, they do pick up the 2-for-2 kill and a dragon off of that, so they can't be too upset with it. VS playing very aggressively. Something not really their style, but in the end paying off for them a bit. Now 5-2 Looney Tune in the mid lane on to that Zed. Looks like he will be the carry for this team right now. Meanwhile, both the Rock Eater and Don't Know are pretty huge for CT right now. Kill split between them. Unfortunately, Don't Know has still yet to hit that Trinity Force power spike. Regardless of how ahead he is on farm compared to Rambo, but the rotation coming out from VS right now, wanting that bot T2, planting that deep warding from them. All the while, Waffle is just farming that top lane. It looks like he is not fast pushing it. Just a slow freeze up there. He does have TP to be able to join his team up there. Rock Eater spots Planeswalker right there. Nice grasping roots from Valorant will stop the engage from Shady. Bandit shot's not going to hit, but Wild Growth is enough to protect Shady. Will be safe there. Unfortunately, bomb from Rock Eater not hitting anyone. A little too eager there. Valorant is blinking red though, is forced to recall back to base. They still have the TP Nasus available, but Cooldowns from Rock Eater is gone right now. Zerathi has joined the rest of this team as they try to siege this T1 middle turret, trying to open up the map just a bit more for them. CT not able to place as many wards as last game. The Vision War is held by VS. Meanwhile, Waffle Waffle has pushed that top turret, but the engage coming out from Planeswalker will catch two with Curse of the Sad Mummy. Oh, don't know, will fall. Rock Eater will follow. It's one for each onto Rambo and Looney Tune. And Waffle Waffle has rotated down here as this turret is not long for this word. Nice flash grasping roots from Valorant. Will pick up another kill. Shady falls right there, as does the T2 tower. And it looks like they are not going to stop, considering the fact that Zerathi has to answer that top wave push that Waffle did. It's only be right back. Now the TP coming out to save it, but it's going to be a dead inhib turret. And these TPs coming out from Zerathi have just not been on point. Losing an inhib tower to save a tier 2 tower, not the best call that CT could have made, but a very smart play from Waffle Waffle, making sure to push that wave before the team fight started, making sure that regardless CT would lose one or the other. Looney Tune actually caught out by Ward. Shady Killer is going to EQ combo, but gets the shutdown. Looney Tune almost was able to outplay Shady, but Cataclysm too strong. Don't know, going on to Planeswalker as he is forced to flash out, trying to find that mega. Oh, the big one. Not able to pick up the kill there as Planeswalker dropped a very low, but they do force him out and will pick up the middle T1 in response, though really at what cost? Small gains though coming back from CT, trying to claw their way back into this game. But a gold lead for VS now, hitting that 5k mark, up 2 dragons. Speaking of which, will be up in a minute. Now I like CT trying to force out that vision, but the deep wards from VS are just too good right now. Though with that said, VS needs to clear out this dragon pit, and that is exactly what they're doing. Going to be able to take that scuttle just before the dragon spawns. And again, with TP available for him, since last fight Waffle just rotated, purely walked down all the way. He is just slow pushing that top again, going to punish CT if they contest this dragon. Now CT just caught between a rock and a hard place right now. Waffle Waffle liking the big wave push, will recall now and join his team down. Actually, the call has been made for him to stay up there. Deathmark onto Zerathi as Looney Tune is dropped quite low. Rock Eater will take the kill for kill trade. CT will take out their top laner though, so no Gnar ultis in the pit. They do lose the biggest damaging member of their team though. Now, it's not going to be the end of the world if VS give up this dragon, considering the fact that Waffle Waffle has just been pushing out this top right here. He is going to take that T2. Planeswalker is going to try to see if he can smite steal this as he goes in. There's no follow-up from Rambo, but there it is, going to be one kill for Planeswalker. The TP from Waffle Waffle now as actually Planeswalker will pick up a double for him. Valorant will pick up Shady Kill on the nice bandage toss, and it's going to be a triple kill for Planeswalker on that Amumu. And just like that, a fight that CT had in the bag turned deathly sour, and VS picks up the 3rd dragon of the game. Now, they did have to give up this top turret, but it is quite low right now. Going to be an easy pick up for anyone to to take that, as it looks like Looney Tune is going to be the man on the mission, split pushing Zed. Now, considering the fact that Waffle's TP is down, VS need to make sure that they're safe. They don't have the TP, they don't have Zed. Planeswalker will re-engage onto this fight. The zoning from Valorant on that Zyra is good as they chase this. A low health VS squad down. They need to make sure they're not overextend. Zerathi is here though. He does have Meganar waiting in the wings. But it looks like they are going to come back because Looney Tune able to split push down there. TP coming out from Zerathi. They now have TP advantage on to there, but Looney Tune doesn't care about towers right now. Deathmark will land but not pick up the kill. Meganar saving Zerathi's life. Planeswalker will pick up bandage toss on Be Right Back, but Rock Eater here, they cannot underestimate this right now, but Waffle easily taking that tower. Valorant dropping quite low, and with 3 members blinking red on VS, they need to get out of dodge right now. They have been underestimating Rock Eater on that Ziggs. Now Ziggs able to stall out games with that wave clear right now. And despite getting that middle inhib tower, inhib still stands for CT. Now it looks like they have dealt with that top wave right now. They're going to be pushing in favor of CT for now. They are just waiting for Waffle's TP to hit the mark. Looney Tune has not really been in that split pushing role this game, considering the Nasus. But I would love to see a 1-3-1 push coming out of VS. They have the team comp for it, the wave clear from Severe, and the disengage potential from both Zyra's Stranglethorns and Severe's ultimate. No one can really duel the Nasus, no one can really duel the Zed. 1-3-1 would be very beneficial in closing out the game for VS right now, but it looks like they're just going to posture for the Baron, bait it out all the while. Meanwhile, Looney Tune is down here, but Bandage Toss coming out will catch Don't Know with his pants down, and that is going to be one dead ADC, and the green light for VS to take this Baron. Looney Tune actually does force out Rock Eater. They know he's not there, as well as Zerathi. No Zig Steel available here, as this Dragon Baron, mind you, will drop fairly fast. Planeswalker actually going quite low, does have to pop the locket. That's a Baron going over to VS. Ultra Big Death Bomb will hit Looney Tune. Those bombs from Ziggs have been on point right now, just sadly not able to finish up any kills. Rock Eater with a very strong performance this game. Valorant actually going onto the jungle. Stranglethorns will be popped. Not needed though, as Valorant, the support, will just duel Shady Killer, CT's jungler. Not something you really want to be seeing 23 minutes in. And this is Valorant Zyro. Quite scary once he gets ahead. Loves to build those damage items. Leandri, one of his favorite. Less of the support role, more like a backup carry. And that is Sangka approved. Bloodthirsty supports for life. Now Trinity Force finally hit for Don't Know, but it's really just too late. He is a full item behind Rambo. Looney Tune will catch out Rock Eater, and unfortunately that is one dead Yordle. Not able to do anything as he was caught recalling right there. And there's the 1-3-1 split push coming up from VS. Now that they have Baron, it is Absolutely good. Planeswalker will go in. Can't find a good ultimate, so he holds on to it. Smart choice right now. As Zerathi is about to go Mega Gnar, they need to be a little bit careful about this. Just let the side lanes go to work. Make sure that CT is spread a little too thin. Zerathi's Mega Gnar is about to time out right now. Nice ultimate. 4-man ultimate coming out from Planeswalker, going huge right now. Be right back, dropping White Low Shady. Killa being caught out by that Wither, and that's going to be one dead Jarvan. Meanwhile, they're just continuing to chase under the Nexus turret. Planeswalker dropping really low. He's low mana right now. Rock Eater trying to do his best to wave clear, but Rambo is working away at the Nexus turret. He does pop that ulti. It is going to be one dead Zerathi right now in the backline. Valorant will pick that up. Looney Tune going ham on Rock Eater. Will pick up the double for himself as he chases out. Be right back underneath the fountain, and that is going to be game 2 going off to VS, and VS stays on top of the leaderboards right now. 3 weeks in a row, undefeated. Definitely putting pressure onto VK and TWC, who have yet to play out their matches here in week 3 of the BCal Spring